I don't know why I put my friggin' headphones on.
I don't know either.
Hi, whoever's watching.
Hello.
You got your speakers on?
I do.
Because I can't hear it.
Trying to pop out chat for D Live. Trying is the optimal word.
Right.
There we go. Now where to put it on my screen. There we go. Hello, Jacob. How are ya?
Jacob, how you doing?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Whichever one it may be in your neck of the woods.
That's right. How you doing, hon? My camera got... I don't want to move it too much because I don't... Oh, there we go. Hi, Zach. How you doing, hon? It's good to see you. We're doing good. Let me get that over there. Move everything around on my screen.
Patrick!
Hey, Patrick, how are you? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Painting, nice. Nice. Nothing wrong with that.
Not lead paint, I hope.
Yeah. Good to hear, Zach. Wow, YouTube is lagging hard.
Yeah, it is.
Wowzer. Oh, are you getting hit by that storm, Jacob? I heard about that.
Where's Jacob from?
I believe he's East Coast. I think he's one of the ones. Either that or he's Texas. I know Texas is getting a hell of a storm, too. Where are you from, Jacob?
You say everything Texas is, yep, East Coast. I know New York's getting pounded.
Oh, he's Kentucky. Okay.
That's still East Coast. Close to the East Coast.
In our minds.
Closer to the East Coast.
But damn, be safe, hon. Be safe.
Batavia, our buddy Brandon posted a couple of pictures, and they're getting friggin' slaughtered.
Really? I didn't get a chance to look at Facebook or anything to see how everybody's doing. But yeah, East Coast is getting pounded too. That I do know. Patrick's gonna get the snowstorm tonight or tomorrow.
I wonder if they're gonna catch the one we had where it snowed here for 24 straight hours.
Well, that's just normal.
Well, that's true.
Will you be safe too, Patrick?
Stay indoors, don't go out unless you have to.
That's right. Oh, that's cool, Jacob. That's very cool. Ice storms are crazy. Ice storms are wicked crazy. I mean, snowstorms too, but yeah.
I wonder what an ice storm here would be like.
It's constant. Every night is like an ice storm now. I mean, when it freezes, like it snows
Yeah,
and
but
then freezes overnight.
that's not what an ice storm is.
No, I know that.
And living in a fishbowl, you're like somebody throwing a handful of darts at you.
Right? The major ice storm that we had in New York when I was 16, I remember because I wasn't in New York, I was in Florida. But I remember my sister Elaine calling my sister Helen, where we were in Florida, going, we have no electric, no nothing. It's an ice storm. Okay, cool, Jacob. I will definitely look for them. Definitely look for them.
You kind of figured you was talking about your paintings.
Hey, you know. Hope you all are doing well. Oh, I should probably send out my tweets. What's today? Monday, right?
Yep.
Monday and Monday.
Oh yeah, Patrick. I know. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania. I know all about ice storms.
Yep. It was the same um, when we had the storm in New York.
Seems how I only lived, what, 10 minutes from Lake Erie?
Right, yeah. See, and where I lived in New York, we had, excuse me, um, Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. And, not Ontario. Was it Ontario? Yeah, Charlotte Beach, yeah. Um, and we lived like in the V of it. So when we got, what do they call it? Lake effect snow, we got hit with both Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. So it was fun.
And being in Erie where I lived, we'd always
Nicole.
we'd catch everything coming across from Canada.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Hi, Nicole.
Her over there spreading her SpongeBob love.
The only thing that I don't like about this chat is it's so tiny you can't really tell what it is.
I know. I'm wondering if I can download the Restream chat on your computer and just sign in with my name. And that way you'd have the chat up on the screen like I do.
I mean, I've got chat up here.
But come here for a minute, real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. See, I have YouTube, I have DLive, and then I have Restream.
Yeah, yours is so much bigger than mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'll try to download the chat and just sign
Right.
in. So you'll have one too.
Mine's like
Yeah.
a speck of dirt on my screen.
Sorry, guys, getting a little technical.
Makes me want to reach up there and wipe it off.
How's you, Nicole?
But then again, what she fails to tell you is she's got a 27-inch monitor. Out in the Atlantic, like you do, we get almost every storm from the continent before it hits Europe. Yep, that's true.
Yeah, you get all the nor'easters.
Oh my God, Andy, we're talking about computer monitors here.
Hi, Andy.
Besides that, how the hell would you know?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. I won't yell into the mic. If that helps. Does that help? Then I feel like you can't hear me.
I'll have to put my headphones back on just so I can. Oh, and thanks for yesterday, Andy. We had a pretty good show. 70 views.
With your guys' faces up there, you sell it.
Well, they can believe whatever the hell they want to believe.
Right? I hope everybody's doing well today, though. Hello, Freaky Geek. Welcome, welcome.
There's Freaky. Oh, I forgot that. Yes, it was fun. Yeah, usually have a pretty good time.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell them. Remember when we were talking about if I hit 200 subs,
Hey, Scoop.
that I'm going to dress up as a female and I'm going to go to my store and walk around buy tampons and that. Well, Saturday night, Sunday morning while I'm at work, a coworker comes up to me and he says, "So you don't want to get kicked in the nuts, huh?" And I just kind of looked at him for a minute like, I said, "No." And then it dawned on me. He goes, "I seen your show." I'm like, son of a bitch. How many people now that I work with knows my show?
Right? Did quite well out of that one, Eddie. Nice one, mate. Hey, you helped being the co-host, man.
Absolutely.
You all you guys make streams rocking. You really do. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are just phenomenal.
No. No, dressing up as a female just means makeup.
Yeah, here we go again.
I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing a mini skirt. I'm not wearing
You don't-
thongs or tea-backs.
You don't have a dress, though. I don't have a dress.
That's true. So, screw y'all.
I don't have a skirt, nothing. Because,
It's Alaska.
yeah, exactly. No skin exposed. And he's like, dress.
I'm not bad till I start chatting. I will dress
You better dress.
with a t-shirt and a pair of pants and sneakers.
That's okay. They'll know. I'm telling you. I'm going to.
No, I was smart though. I already started telling them at work.
Right. Well, I'm going to put on fake eyelashes.
Nope, that ain't.
It's the magnetic ones. It's not glue. They'll come off.
We wear pants underneath the skirts up here. Yeah, no, you wear thermals and sweatpants underneath it.
Yeah.
Go get bent, Andy.
Nicole, come on, guys, give Eddie 200 subs before the end of Saturday. His time,
Yeah,
and he'll become a drag queen with big boobies live.
You know, I got to figure out how to do that though.
I know.
How to stream it live from my phone so it can actually be airing on my channel while I'm doing it.
Oh, we can do. Oh, you don't have time.
Well, we can fix that after the show.
Well, that's true. Is that a hint?
You think? Because I'm out of beer too.
Yeah. See,
There's always an objective to it.
I got the last stimulus check in the mail. So he's trying to bribe me. He's like, if we go cash your check, we'll go get Chinese. I'm like, that's just wrong.
No, she told me to shut up because she was thinking about it last night.
I know. Got some super glue. You could put those eyelashes on. Yeah.
Gorilla Glue. It's the new Gorilla Glue challenge.
Yeah.
Try to get these bitches off.
Right? I'm not girly, Skook, so I don't, I mean, I have nice shirts and everything, nice blouses.
Yeah, well, it's pretty friggin' cold here.
But I don't, and I have my yoga pants. Oh, that's not.
I asked you if you had your speakers on.
I do have my.
Then why couldn't
I just realized, yeah. Oh, because it's not plugged in.
Well, then they're not on.
Technical difficulties, guys. Hold on one second. Where is the other fucking. There it is. Okay, try that again.
Well, make her spin her moon cookies.
Oh, I know, right?
Hey, Pickles.
Hey, Pickles, how you doing? Don't mind me.
Pretty sure the hey hun was at you, I hope.
Let's see. I don't have enough currency. God, I gotta give myself money. Oh, thank you, Nicole.
And nothing.
It hasn't even.
Oh, what the fart?
There it is.
There it is. They're plugged in. Holy crap. Watch your ears, everybody. I'm like, well, the lights were on. That's why. I turned the speakers on. The lights were on. Because I have...
You got two separate plug system?
Yeah, one's for the lights and one's for the actual...
Sound.
So, the lights were on. Thank you, Nicole. You're the best. But, so the lights were on, so I was thinking it was on. And then when it did play, I was like, I could hear it, but it dawned on me
I heard it
that I was hearing it through my headphones.
Nicole's awake. I heard what the WTF.
Right? All right, guys. So shall we get started? Shall we get started?
Well, I'm guessing so, seeing how somebody asked earlier what kind of paranormal you're talking about today.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
Lights were on, but nobody was home, Scoots.
Hey. You're regular in this chat. You should already know that that's always happening.
Nicole thinks I ate your moon cookies. And that's funny because I just got done eating Chips Ahoy's.
Yeah, he did. He did, Nicole. He did. Do you see how it is?
And I'm drinking her Pepsi.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of beer.
It's what. Thank you for the view, Giggle Pickles.
Wow, Pickles, thank you.
Thank you so much. She's hosting. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Finish this sentence. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to go that road on the show.
No. So yeah, on the first half of the show, we're talking about how a body was found in a freezer. Thank you, Linz and John, Paranormal with the host. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to talk about how a body was found. When you think you're going out to investigate the paranormal, you really don't think about finding bodies in the freezer. Well, this happened at a old haunted house. Okay, Linz. I am doing good. I think Eddie's doing good.
Just call her Linz. God damn it.
We're doing good. How you doing?
How do I host the host?
Who asked that?
Nicole, don't you have to have your own
yeah, you
channel?
have to you have to have your own you have to channel. You have to channel this channel. That could be scary. Don't do that.
Yes, no. How come they never find a freezer hidden inside of a body?
I don't know. That's a good question. Now it's going to happen because you manifested it, Freaky Geek. See? That's going to be my story next week. Yeah, in old fridges. Yeah, bodies have been found in there too. But can you imagine going investigating somewhere and opening up, stuff, just seeing what's around and stuff?
Well, it's like somebody, because I like watching a lot of the abandoned storage units that get bought and that. And they'll fool you because one of them said, we found a body in ours. Right. They did. A cremated body.
Oh.
In an urn. But they make it sound like they found a
body. Yeah. Mo, if you're in the room, thank you so much for sharing out the stream. Yeah, D-Live affiliate. You have to be an affiliate to be able to host.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott. I didn't see him come in, but... Yeah, that would screw up a really good investigation, Patrick. That really would. And then we're going to talk about 13 university-sanctioned paranormal research projects. Then we're talking about the lady in red, captured in a video at the haunted Astley Castle. Then we'll be looking into the haunted St. James Hotel and its evil room 18. And get ready for a bizarre story. The disappearance of 3,000. 3,000. Thank you for the ice cream,
Thank you, Patrick. And welcome, Jennifer Lee.
Jennifer Lee, welcome. How you doing?
How does someone live with a belligerent alcoholic? Now, is this a rhetorical question or is this serious?
Right, yeah.
Because it could be a setup for a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know with this chat. Coffee. The bizarre story of 3,000 Nanking soldiers in 1939. And the mysterious disappearance, if we have time, of Ruth Baumgardner.
Hi, Mo.
I had to change them, Nicole. Hey, Mo, thanks for sharing out the stream, hon.
Who just shot us a diamond?
Nicole did. She said, dance, dance, dance. I had to change it. I will get ones that I can play so we'll dance. But I did have to change it right now because it was just so hard to go through, all the copyright claims and mute out everything. So, we'll definitely get the soundtrack back. We're just waiting. If that makes sense. She's like, dance, dance, dance. Oh, you have to join them. It was a joke.
Okay. Eddie, you at 200 yet? Nope. 185. All the makeup's in the bathroom. Don't worry, Scott.
So yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about. Sorry guys, I'm awake. Just haven't had enough coffee yet. So that's what's going to be talked about on the show today. Guys, remember, if you want me to talk about anything, not anything, that's the wrong thing to ask.
Yep. Especially with the group of people that are in the room right now.
Yeah. If you have a story idea for me to talk about, hush up, Andy.
That could still be said the wrong way.
I know. Send me an email or send me, get a hold of me on any one of my social medias. They're all, it should be down in the bottom in the description.
Where is that?
It's on YouTube, babe.
Oh.
I'm doing good, Mo. How you doing? So first, like I said, body found in freezer at old haunted house. Police in South Carolina are investigating after a body was found by a group of amateur ghost hunters. According to the reports, a group of 8 youths had gone into the abandoned house in the town of Norway, Orangeburg County, on Sunday to search of evidence of paranormal activity. They found more than that and more than they bargained for. However, when they opened up an old freezer, they discovered a badly decomposing body wearing blue jeans and socks. Deputies from the local sheriff's department confirmed that a body had indeed been found. An investigation is now underway to determine who the person is and how they died. However, the advanced state of decomposition has made this a challenging task.
You talk about the true definition of a haunted house.
Right? This process will take some time as we investigate this case to ensure proper closure and positive results, the coroner stated. The mystery has since deepened even further still after it was reported that the house in question had burned to the ground on Tuesday, leaving nothing but smoldering ruin. It's unclear what started the fire or who may be responsible for it. That's pretty messed up. Good to hear, Mo. Good to hear. Yeah, right, Scoop? Honest mistake. Excuse me. Right, Patrick? Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine these people are probably scarred for life. I know I would. I would probably deter from going to, like, abandoned houses or anything like that. That's just me. After finding something like that, yeah, that would so not be cool. Hey, Shimmer, how are you? Welcome, welcome. It is creepy. I couldn't imagine, you're already, in that state of mind that you're, hunting ghosts.
Hi, Shimmer.
And so, you could be creeped out if anything's happened before that. And then you sit there and you find that. Yeah. So not cool. So not cool. Especially since it still had blue jeans and socks on. I think that makes it even creepier.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's creepy as it is. But there's something, just, I don't know, having clothes on. Andy said, I identified my neighbor's body after he had been dead something like 6 to 8 months. Looked like a mummy without bandages. Yeah, I can understand that. I could see that. Freaky geek, if you're not expecting to find bodies in a fridge or freezer, what do you expect to see when you open them up? That's true. That's true. I mean, is your mind already like, oh, there's going to be can you imagine just joking around about that?
No.
It's just our minds freaky. True, Patrick. Patrick said, being a former military police officer, I don't think it would affect me much. Yeah, because you used to those scenes and everything. But, I mean, there's going to be a body in here and you open it up and there is. You don't, you know.
Shimmer says, I would love to explore abandoned places, but I'm fearful of squatters and now dead bodies.
Yeah, right. Sorry that we put that fear into your head, Shimmer. Yes, squatters is definitely a scare when you go into something like that, definitely. Because you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know, if they're just homeless or if they're druggies. You just don't know when it comes to squatters, and it can be scary. But, yeah, now we put in their mind dead bodies, too.
Well, that's true, Freaky Geek.
That is true.
That body could have been a squatter.
For sure. I don't think they'd sleep in the freezer, though.
No. Not unless it was really hot out.
And plus, don't all freezers and fridge have that thing now where you can get out of them, since we had that whole big thing in the 70s?
I don't think that qualifies in a household refrigerator. I think that's just kind of like commercial freezers and shit.
Oh. Oh no, we still have to take off freezer door or refrigerator doors.
The refrigerator doors,
if we're
yes.
throwing them out,
Well, that's
yeah.
only because of infants or young kids that ain't strong enough to be able to push it.
Yeah. It's always the live ones that are scary. Yes, Patrick. That's why I love the spirit world. I'm not worried. I'm not afraid of the spirit world, but it's the humans that I'm scared of. My brother and mom used to do some exploring abandoned only during the day, basically just scrounging. Yeah. Until you come across a dead body.
Boomer, how you doing?
Hey, Boomer, how you doing, hon? Welcome. Freaky said hid in the freezer to hide from ghosts and somehow froze.
Oops.
Just a magnet.
Boomer, you're just insane. I mean, that's all there is to it.
In my neighborhood, I look for dead bodies wherever I go out. See? That's because Boomer's a New Yorker. We're all a little nuts. We're just, you have to be that way to live in New York.
Yeah, maybe I've been out of New York too long now.
Oh, sticker removed. What sticker was that? Nicole, what were you trying to do? So the next story we have is 13 university-sanctioned paranormal research projects. And we probably have heard of most of these. I'm waiting for it.
What the fart?
Exactly.
Still wish you'd say, what the fuck? All
right, Mo. Hurry back. So since the existence of paranormal phenomena is one of those things you're usually either hardly in it for or you're against it. In case you're on the fence about the subject, here's a list of 13 of the most prominent universities, sanctioned and unsanctioned, odysseys into the paranormal research and what they found. The Mooner sticker? Oh no! Ron is going to be mad. Oh, there's a lot of them. What is going on with D-Live? Oh no. I'm going to have to figure that out because Ron is going to be upset. His Mooner sticker is gone. Maybe it'll be a channel sticker. I don't know how to do those, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so in Stanford University, from 1972 to the 1980s, it has many claims to fame when it comes to paranormal research. For starters, the esteemed university can rightly assert itself as the first academic institution in the United States to study extrasensory perception, ESP, and psychokinesis, PK, on an official basis. In 1911, John Edgar Hoover, now some parent was thinking about that. Instead of John Edgar Hoover, it's John Edgar Hoover. began conducting experiments into the ESP. Other claims to fame include a rigorous science exploration of the psychic abilities of the famous spoon bender Uri Geller. There is no spoon, it says, which was studied intensively at the affiliate Stanford Research Institute over a 5-week period during the 70s. Maybe even more exciting and curious than the possibility of bending metal with one's mind was the CIA-sponsored Stargate project, which took place at CERI in the 1970s. Of course, the secret project was an effort by the CIA to explore the practical applications of remote viewing. Unfortunately, during the mid-90s, I didn't know it went on that long. Stargate project research officially ceased due to claims that the project failed to yield useful applications and intended objectives. Now, if you guys don't know what the Stargate project was, that's basically the movie Men Staring at Goats. That's basic. Okay, Nicole, hurry back. But word on the street that claims of failure over-exaggerated, and the research merely continued unofficially under the popular radar. But that's crazy. I didn't know the Stargate project was still going on in the 90s.
I didn't either. I thought it was, well, I thought it ended in the early 90s.
I don't know. That's crazy. Probably, I imagine, like, all the LSD ones and that. Well, I mean, it's the government, but so it could have been still going on. But yeah, that's crazy. Duke University Parapsychology Laboratory. In 1935, Duke researchers J.B. Rhine and William McDougall made that university the second in the nation to officially enter into the paranormal research, when after an exceptionally fascinating lecture by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle on the possibility of communication with the dead, the men formed the Parapsychology Laboratory as part of the university's main psychology department. Laboratory research focused mainly on the critical study of ESP and psychokinesis. To this day, Rhine is commonly accepted as the father of parapsychology, not only having coined the term with the help of his trailblazing partner, McDougall, but also for having most single-handedly established parapsychology itself as a field of scientific and academic inquiry. While the Rhine name is no longer associated with Duke University directly, J.B. Rhine's perpetrated success in the vein of paranormal inquiry lives on in the Rhine Research Center. Excuse me. I believe so, Patrick. Yeah, he asked, weren't they doing some of that in Montauk? I believe so. Freaky said, I watched a video clip yesterday and heard that mostly anybody who thinks they don't have a psychic ability are usually the strongest candidate for remote viewing. Definitely could be, Freaky Geek. I mean, not knowing, you know, you build up. See, to me, and this is just my opinion, of course, poltergeist are usually somebody in the household. Do I believe it has to do, you know, with the teenager going hormone balance, you know, unbalanced and stuff like that? I think that has a lot to do with it, because I believe that's the break. It's almost like, okay, kind of like how everything's chaotic in the world right now. God, blessed chaos. Is because a lot of people, and this is
Hurry back, Mo.
Hurry back, Mo. I believe that a lot of people are awakening right now, even though, you know, I hate that word. They're awakening, so all this, and it's not an easy thing to go through. That's why we talked about it. When you're awakening, it's very freaking rough to go through. It's not all hippie, yay, you know, whatever. It's just not. And I think that's what's making a lot of chaotic feelings in the world right now. So when you're, you know, going through the puberty. It's basically going through your first awakening, I believe. And that's when the poltergeist comes into play. If that makes sense.
So, hold on. Going through puberty is your first awakening?
I believe so, yes. Because that hormone balance, or being unbalanced and stuff like that, it's kind of going through like adult awakening.
Okay.
Okay, Scott, hurry back. So, I mean, it's kind of like what I've said before. When I get upset or frustrated with the computer or something, my electronics go wonky. It's because my energy's building and building, and I'm getting pissed and pissed. And then when something shuts down, usually my computer, I'm like, okay, time to walk away.
You need to calm down.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think we have a better handle on it as an adult, but at a teenager's level, I mean, think about when you're going through puberty, you don't know what the hell's going on. That's right, Patrick. Thank you for the share out, Mo. But yeah, that's right, Patrick.
Well, see, I don't know, because I don't remember going through puberty.
Right.
I mean, the only thing I noticed was my voice got deeper.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But in that way, well, I'm not saying every guy, but most guys, don't you guys start getting sex-driven and...
What, when you hit puberty?
Yeah.
No, I think you fucking afraid of sex at that point.
Okay.
Until you get through the full change of puberty. And then it's like, now it's like, now you just want to be like a rabbit.
Right.
What was your name? I don't fucking know.
Nicole, our own energy can affect our right. Definitely, yes. That's true, Screw. That is true. Progression is slower.
Now, are we talking about progression of puberty, or the progression of
just males in general,
or the progression of maturity? Because women mature faster than men. That doesn't mean that they go through puberty slower or faster than men.
Right.
That all depends on the body's chemistry itself.
Exactly.
You gotta find a thing, and then sew my nads back.
Oh my God, Andy.
That's true, Patrick.
Start liking girls when you hated them before. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So that energy, though, that manifests, and I believe that's where a lot of, I mean, again, this is just my opinion, but that's where I believe that a lot of poltergeist comes into play. It's like going through that awakening at a young age. Only thing women need to know about men is that we are superior. Yeah, okay. Now you know how I lost the nads, right, Andy? Andy's like, yep, that's exactly how I lost them. And yes, Scoop, that's true too. She said her energy was used in helping her brother who was sick. Definitely. I mean, when you have nothing to focus on, I think the energy is more wilder. You know what I mean? Just like anything else. Just like anything else. So number 3, Princeton University, Princeton Engineering Anomaly Research, 1979 to 2007. From 1979 to 2007, the tiny basement of Princeton's University Engineering Building was home to the Princeton Engineering Anomaly Research, or better known as PEAR, P-E-A-R, project, which aimed to determine whether there was a factual base for theories in mind/matter interaction, or in layman's terms, ESP and telekinesis. While officially expressed by university administration to be an embarrassment, the program claimed success when all was said and done. Over the project's 28-year run, it was determined by pair researchers that compounded data from the many trials did in fact reflectly high significant statistical deviation from what could expect from chance alone. In other words, mind intelligent enough to teach a Princeton. Okay, let's try that again. In other words, minds intelligent enough to teach at Princeton believe that ESP and PK exist. Interesting. Interesting. I believe, yeah, I can see that, Nicole. Nicole says, but I do believe some poltergeists are spirits, but just bullies or a way to get attention. Right. I think a lot of it has to do, that could be, like that Skook said, now, oh, it went past. Hold on a minute, I gotta zoom back up. Where did it go? Oh, there it goes. Skook said, now my sister, who is more unbalanced, she could upset the energies. And I think it's a little bit of both. The spirits and unenergy, plus with, you know. Oh, you like my shirt? I haven't worn this in a while. It's because I hadn't found it in a while.
Even though it's right where it's been the whole time.
Yeah, I just, you know. Andy says, Princeton, how long before the Bleeding Hearts complained that the name is too gender specific? Yeah, right? And demand a name to something, a Royal Chilton. Yeah, I believe it could be a little bit of both. That's true. Sorry, guys. I'm like nasally today. Harvard University, 1990s to 2008. What's that?
Because it's Charlton.
Oh, Charlton.
Yeah. I reading it again because what you said, and I'm like, huh? Because I had already read the comment once. And I'm like, all right, that's Charlton. And then you said it, and I'm like, did I misread that?
What did I say?
I don't know, some Charleston or something.
Oh. Okay, Harvard University. Not everyone conducts paranormal research with the hope of finding harnessing proof of its existence. Recently, a team of Harvard scientists set out to disprove the existence of ESP, and even introduced a new method of research into the mix in order to do it. To conduct their research, the Harvard duo included use of brain scanning with the aim of deciphering whether individuals have knowledge which cannot be explained through normal means, aka the five senses. While researchers admit that technically the project's results do not disprove the existence of ESP, they assert the findings from their experiment provide that the most persuasive evidence to date against the existence of ESP. Professional skeptic James Randi is beaming with pride, I'm sure. And I'm sure most of you know, well, some of you know at least who James Randi is. He's a very well-known skeptic. But when it comes to brain scans and that, see, I think a lot of it, too, is in our junk DNA, that they don't know how to look at the DNA that's in our system that isn't being used. I think a lot of that has to do with our abilities. I think the way I believe is we all have abilities, not just one or two. We have them all. It's just what we choose to open up. Maybe it could be for some what they chose, their soul contract. For some, it's just like they're too scared to open up this one, but this one will open. You know what I mean? That type of thing. I mean, like I said.
Welcome back, Mo.
Welcome back, Mo. With all that, I think everybody has every ability that everybody else has.
Do you think one reason that some people don't open up or can't open up is because they don't fully believe that it's possible?
True. A lot of, and we've talked about that before, a lot of it has to do... Hey, Heather!
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Uh-oh.
I know. We figured that Ron noticed his mooning guy is gone. I didn't do it. D-Live did it. I'll try to figure it out, Ron, and get you your moon buddy back. Because we know how important that is. I will definitely look into it, Ron. I said that too when... Who tried to use it? Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicole tried to use it. The moon has been fired. When Nicole tried to use it, I asked which one it was, and she told me, and I was like, uh-oh, Ron's going to be mad. That's right, it is important, Ron. After all, you guys are my mooners.
Mulan!
Mulan! Hi, honey. How you doing? So, yeah, what was I saying?
We were talking about opening up and stuff.
Oh, yes. I believe everybody has every capable ability that there is. It's just believing in yourself and putting intent forward. I mean, if you don't believe in something, you know, it's kind of like my favorite movie in the world. You guys know, most of you know anyway, is Practical.
Hi, Joy.
Hey, Joy. How you doing, hon? Is Practical Magic. And it's kind of like that saying that they have in there, where you can't do magic and look down at it. How does this say?
Look down your nose at it?
Yeah. So I had it right the first time. I just should have kept going. But, you know, or when she's talking about him and his badge, the symbol of the star, she's like, you can't really stop criminals in your tracks, but because you believe in this star, that happens. It's the intent, and you have to really believe that you're able to do something. Kind of like if you want to go back to Bible times, who was the guy that could walk on water? That walked on water?
Jesus?
No, I know Jesus did, but I mean the guy that.
I can't. It was a fisherman. I can't remember his name. No.
Yeah, how he walked on water because he was looking in Jesus' eyes. While he was looking in Jesus, what was that? Oh. While he was looking in Jesus' eyes, he really believed he could walk on water, so he did for a little bit until he looked away from Jesus. And then he fell in. Hey, Shrimp Shack, how are you? It could have been freaky. I'm not a Bible person, so I don't know. That's why I asked him. But having... Oh, that was you, Andy? It was Andy, Freaky Geek. But yeah, I mean, it's all in the belief system. It's all what you think you can do. And not really think what you can do, it's know that you can do it. I don't know, Freaky. That could be. I don't think so, though. Well, it could be. Either way, his intent was he really believed because he was told by Jesus he could walk on water, and he did walk on water. He took a couple steps. Oh, no, Ron. That's not good. I know, you guys are getting... You guys are getting slammed with that storm. Be safe out there. Anybody in the storm's path, please be careful. Be very careful. See, not only do I, you know, have, wow, I can't even think of what that's called. Anyway. But it's that belief. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with the junk DNA that we have in our body that they don't know what it's used for. I think once we open that up, it'll definitely help us with abilities. I think that's why, like, the binary, I don't know what they're called. It's the same thing, Linz. Shadows of the Moon. It's the same thing on YouTube. I think a lot of it is the binaural beats. I have a hard time, you know, wakes that up. Sorry. The vibration. That's okay. Was it Chuck?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that wakes up a lot of it up. That's why I can only listen to it for so long, if that makes sense. I could have missed a... Okay, I will definitely look for you. I think I'm subscribed to you, but I'm not... Well, I believe I am in at least D-Live, but I will check you out on Facebook. Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
Heather.
YouTube.
Well, apparently I missed Fruitjack.
Yes, he came into the room.
Thanks, Freaky.
I want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. Nicole, I'm the divine one here. Nicole said that to Andy. You all are divine in my book. You guys are all awesome. All right. Okay, so, I mean, and I could be wrong, but it's just the way I believe, you know? But brain scanning, isn't that what they did to, not to the Dalai Lama. I can't think of his name. But he went into a meditative state and his brain changed with on the brainwave machine. I remember watching that. Can't think of who it was, though. Number 5, University of Virginia, Division of Perpetual Studies, 1967, and still going to this day. It says, with 6 years of research in the area of past lives, reincarnation, already under its belt, UVA's Division of Perpetual Studies, DPS, a research unit within the Department of Psychiatric Medicine, was established by Dr. Ian Stevenson in 1967. The division is still kicking today, holding the field for parapsychology afloat in North America, as one of the only university-sanctioned paranormal research programs remaining in the U.S. DPS research has explored such phenomenon as reincarnation, most specific through its focus on children who claim to remember past lives, near-death experiences, NDEs, apparitions, and after-death communications, altered states of consciousness, as well as many other psi experiences. The division credits its persistence over time with the great success it's had in sustaining claims within its reincarnation research. Now, I wonder if that's the one, like, I watch a show, I just started watching it, what the hell's the name of it? Something like The Afterlife, where there are stories of near-death experiences, what they experience. It's really cool how they do it, because they look at it from the person's point of view, and then the person that saved them, or the doctors, or whatnot. It's really cool. Welcome back, Linz, over on YouTube. Oh, chili. That sounds good, too.
It does. Nice, thick chili.
Yeah.
Crackers.
Good job, Joy. Now I'm like, oh, yeah, I know, yeah. Dipping butter and bread, bread with butter in there. Oh.
Well, no, you don't dip it in there. If you you load the bread up with it, you make it like into a sandwich.
Yeah. Damn it. Damn it, Joy.
Her fault. Fucking gaining weight just thinking about
Andy
it.
said, so if they take psychiatric medicines, it's more acceptable. But if that psychedelics, it's only the drugs. I don't know how they'd study it, Andy.
Yeah, we believe you, Joy.
Yeah, we believe you, sorry. Okay, Linz, no problem, hon. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I used to do that, Andy. I know how that feels. Yeah, it's not very fun. Now I just make myself suffer. That's why I always have milk around. But But yeah, I mean, it's cool that these divisions actually, I can't believe that some of these are still running today. I never realized that. So I'm glad I brought this page up and we're talking about it. So the University of Arizona, the Veritas, 2006 to 2008, and Sophia, 2008 to present research programs. The Department of Psychology in the University of Arizona is a parent to interesting and ever-evolving body of paranormal research. The Veritas and Sophia research projects at the UA were created with the primary aim of exploring the possibilities that human consciousness might survive the experience of physical death. From 2006 to 2008, Veritas explored survival, existence of personality beyond death, and mediumship, until the decision was made to create a more comprehensive body of researching, including broader claims of after-death communication, such as communion with discarnate entities, spirit guides, angels, higher power, under the program Sophia. So that's pretty cool that they're taking in us. Now, see, I'm trying to think. When I had my near-death experience, I don't know if I can't remember if I had, like, if I had the feeling of self-awareness. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I know all my earthly, like, I didn't have to worry about feeding the cat, all that came off my shoulders. Like, that weight was gone. Of worrying about mundane human things. That was gone. I knew the sense of that everything was connected. I knew at that point in stage everything that needed to be known, how life was created. I knew everything, but when I came back down, obviously that was taken from me. I couldn't remember how any of that stuff, but I remember the emotions that went on, and it was a beautiful piece. I remember that. But I knew everybody was connected, but I can't honestly say if I lost my sense of self. I almost want to say that I didn't, but there's a good chance that I could have. I don't know. If that makes sense. But interesting that they're still studying this. See, and the way I look at things too is when it comes to spirit guides, angels, whatever you want to call them, your higher self, I know they're there. That's just my belief. So therefore, in my world, they are there. If somebody don't believe them, they're not going to be in their world. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if you say you believe in hell, I don't believe in hell. So I don't believe that afterwards I'm going to hell. So that won't happen because I don't believe in hell. Losing sense of self. You talking about ego death? Where the personality disappears and all that's left is the energy of the person? Yes. I don't believe I had an ego death. At least, I mean, I wasn't dead for that long. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that happens afterwards. Exactly, Scoop. Her fairies are nice fairies. Exactly. So therefore, yeah. I'm Catholic, but the hell and heaven described in the Bible that I don't believe. Right, Nicole. So therefore, you know what I mean? When you pass on, you're going to where you think you're going. You know what I mean? That's just the way, I don't know. But yeah, Andy, yeah, ego death. I don't believe that I had ego death. Because it's such a weird feeling. Like I said, I know we were all connected, everything's connected, but I don't remember feeling like I'm not me. Does that make sense? One can and often do experience ego death when eating the right things like mushrooms. Right. Well, yeah, and would that kind of be like what Bashar was talking about? What Darrow was talking about when he met Bashar? How he said he could see through Bashar's eyes, like their energy sucked him in.
Well, like he became one with them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance it
If you
happened like
listen
that.
to Darrow, who thank you for the ice cream, Heather. When he was talking about actually meeting Bashar, who's, if you don't know the story, Bashar's an alien. I forgot where Bashar is from. A lot of people have channeled Bashar, but Darrow's one of the ones today that channels him. But he said that he met Bashar, as in the life form, but he couldn't get too close because of the fact that as Bashar came closer to him, he said all of a sudden he's like, I'm looking out of my eyes, but all of a sudden I'm looking at me through his eyes. So, like, would that be an ego death?
I don't know.
That's what it made me remind me of. Joyce said, I grew up Pentecostal and married to Christian faith, basically the same, but we believe in heaven and hell, good and bad. And see, and that's what your world will be, because that's how you believe. That's my take on things anyway. Yeah, I grew up Episcopalian, which is basically another word for Baptist. But I've never, even from a young age, I never liked organized religion. So I went down like my own path. I made my own path. Not that I disrespect anything, because I believe everybody believes in what they believe in, and that's what their world is going to be made of. If that makes sense. Patrick says, well, you know, a lot of the mind-altering drugs that have been around for years were used to contact the spiritual world. Exactly. Yes, definitely. Ego death for me, Andy says, has been where all my concerns, etc., are no longer there. You feel one with one and peace with various universe realms. Yes, now that I experienced that, Andy, when I had my near-death experience. But I'm talking about, like, knowing that I was a person. Not a person, but I was myself. Not back with, like, I believe in source. So I was myself instead of being with source, if that makes sense. Or being a part of source. I was still aware of who I was. I never put, yeah, exactly. I'm the same way, Joy. Joy said I never push my beliefs on anyone. I've had that happen to me, and it's not a comfortable feeling. You're exactly right. People are entitled to their own beliefs, and I totally agree.
Hey, active.
With that. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome back. I'm the same way, Joy. And I think that's why a lot of people have different feelings about different things. Like, take, even for something like, the way I look at it is, take for instance like the spirit box. I mean a true spirit box, not an app. A true spirit box, okay? The part of it is the vibration, okay? So you might hear something, a word or whatnot, and I might hear something totally different. To me, it's because we're on the different wavelengths. We're on different vibrations. So we're supposed to hear what it's like. A spirit box is meant for a personal thing. It's not supposed to be like, I don't know if I'm explaining that right. It's not supposed to be like I mean, I could be wrong. I'd have to go look at Frank's, when he, he's the one that made spirit boxes, Frank's box. But, his definition. But to me, it's more of a personal thing. Like, if I want to talk to the spirits that are in my life, I would use it. If Eddie wants to talk to the spirits in his life, he would use it. It's not for like a whole big group of people. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yes, he was involved with a purple alien. Yes, he was. Awesome. Not a lot of people know that. That's why he started making like he thought that at least the one was for aliens. I have a spirit box and I've had it for years and I'm scared to use it. Aw.
No, I don't think political beliefs have anything to do with being happy with a life partner or anything.
Oh, believe me, I mean, me and Eddie, well, he knows not. I don't like talking about politics, so he, I believe with different political can be happy with each other, definitely. There's a lot of things that me and Eddie, that's why we have such great discussions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we believe in different ways.
And we don't try to make each other understand our point of view. We explain how we see something, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's especially with our attitudes, we're not bowing over to each other. we stay away from bowing over to each other.
Yeah, you're not winning this one.
Exactly. You can agree to disagree. Exactly. We're allowed to do that. I'll take Tiami. I love her to death. Scott says, who wants a child? Already house trained.
If she was already house trained, you wouldn't have to keep getting off the computer to go take care of her.
Yeah, and it makes for good discussions. I don't know how many times me and Eddie have sat down for coffee in the morning, although he don't drink coffee anymore.
I do every now and then.
When
I feel like I need my stomach coated in tar, I'll have a cup.
But we've had many of great discussions, and a lot of times he's like, why are we not recording this? Because we do.
But the minute we hit the record button, it's like the intensity. It's not but it's the intensity and the understanding of the conversation just think different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Nicole, there are people that think that the gifts are from the devil, yes. And, I mean, that's their belief. So they'll never be open enough to accept it and love the gifts that you get. And I'm sorry if I'm missing chat. You guys are, woo! But I love it. I love it that you guys are so involved. This is what I live for. Yeah. Well, when it comes to politics, we just stay away from that. I mean, he'll let me know certain things.
I'll say something if I know it's not gonna bewilder you or get you like frustrated.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Right, Andy. Even Satan was an angel once, more than any of us can claim to be. That's so true. Oh, thank you, Active. Thank you so much. That means a lot. It really does. Nicole, but the same friend did ask me to give him connection with loved ones.
Well, Scoots, I don't know if the universe has a great sense of humor. It's damn sure a fucked up one.
Right? She's on her way, Missy. Okay, Scott. Works for me. I'm not saying, go towards Satan, no, but with that statement, I'm totally not, believe me. But Andy, it's right, Like I said, it goes back to that person that was channeling something, and don't get me wrong, there are some channels that I don't believe that they're real. Just like anybody, you go to watch somebody and you're like, but the way she was coming through and supposedly being Lilith, that one statement sticks with me when she asked about Lilith and if she was a demon, if she was a bad spirit, and she goes, I have to live with what you people give me the story to live by.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me.
Sorry, Andy, but it's not our child. Told you Missy was going to give us the big battery. Little feet.
Yeah, I believe so, Active. I mean, there's some, though, that get you, but that one statement has always stuck with me, that we give these people, these gods, goddesses, whatever you want to call them, stories. And they have to live them out because we get tulpas, in other words. We create them. It's kind of like the never-ending story. In my eyes. That's how I believe. If I watch a show and something happens every episode. Right. Exactly, Freaky Geek. If I watch a show and something happens every episode, I have to wonder how real that is. Now, mind you, some only do where they show what happens. I mean, a lot of people that watch Paranormal, they wouldn't believe how actually boring it is. Or it can be, Patrick said, all abilities were given to us, only Satan and the prophets in the Bible would not be from God. Right. The old ways of mediumship is the best. I can tend to believe that, or I agree with that, I mean. Definitely. Oh no, what did I?
Because when Andy made the comment about the pitter-patter of feet, and I said, well, it's not our child. Scott says it is now. I just signed the papers. And Andy says you can write something other than X now, Scott? Well done.
Oh my God. The immortal? The immortal.
That was my note to you this morning.
Oh. The immortality. I will check that out, Andy. Awesome. Thank you. I love when you guys give me ideas. The classic one where they all jump in the big way. Of light. Yeah. I mean, I look at everything. Like, I believe, kind of like, with myths, how it's got to start from somewhere. When... Shut up, Freaky Geek. Oh, I just read his thing about the song that never ends. That's going to be in my mind all day today. Asshole.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Where somebody's belief came from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? That's why I love you guys coming in and expressing your thoughts and views, because something might trigger and go, and I grab my heart, because that's where I, like, if it resonates with me, that's where I'll feel it. So that'll make me look into something else. And it might change my beliefs wholeheartedly, or just at least a certain part of it. Does that make sense? That's why I like talking to you guys, and I like picking your brains, and, Let me see. Sorry, guys, if I miss any of your comments. Right, Active, the fake channels, yeah. Hey, while you're at it, can you check to see if my Facebook, my Shadows of the Moons, is going? My live stream?
How fuck do I do that?
Just go to Facebook and see it.
I gotta go to your wall, right?
Or you can just search Shadows of the Moon with my moon face.
Not the boutique shop.
Nicole says, when talking to Andy, his views on things make me rethink, which I like. Yes. And otherwise, it's a learning thing every day. Definitely. Can pick you up. You won't find much. It ain't green and moldy in my head. You guys are awesome. I totally love you guys. I really do. I love your thoughts, your way of thinking on things. It does. It makes me think too, and I love that.
I'm confused on what the hell I'm looking for, honey.
Okay, don't worry about it then, honey. Number 7. The University of California, Los Angeles, 1968 to 1978. Remember that based on actual events movie in 1982 called The Entity? Well, here you go. Over a 10-year period, UCLA's Neuropsychiatric Institute, NPI, was home to a non-sanctioned entity of a paranormal research that studied clairvoyance, telepathy, haunted houses, Kurlan photography, and even boasted a psi development group, 1971 to 1980, which sought to help normal people develop latent psychic abilities. The lab operated on the 5th floor of what is now known as the Semel Institute and existed by effort of a small group of passionate volunteer researchers, including Dr. Barry Taft and Carrie Gaynor, the very team who conducted the real-life poltergeist investigation on which the entity was based. After a little over 10 years of research, the toll of political tension and pressure from unapproving university administration, overgoing media attention got the best of the project, and the research was forced to conclude abruptly. Today, the lab itself is a ghost of sorts. UCLA and Semel Institute officials denied that the lab even ever existed. Other than a few flyers advertising the parapsychology classes, which, thank you for the lemon.
Yep, that's a lemon.
Which were taught on campus by the researchers, no evidence of the lab or its research even exists. Oh, awesome, Ron. Thank you. Ron checked it out. He's on Facebook.
Freaky says he can't find anything on Facebook. No live on Facebook.
Ron, is it in my page or is it in my group? Hopefully I set up the right one. Thank you, Ron, for checking that out. Thank you, Nicole, for the lemon. Oh, yeah. I mean, it'll drive you mad. Thinking about this stuff will definitely drive you mad. I'm not going to lie. It's on my page? Okay. It's on the Shadows of the Moon page, freaky. No problem, Scott. Take care. Thanks for coming in.
Have a good one, Scott.
Are they trying to claim that the university level study there was no paper published, etc. during 10 years of research? Either they're lying or wasted a ton of money. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what they said. That they wiped the whole thing out. They covered it up like the government. There was SRI, Stanford Research Institute, that developed remote viewing and CRV coordinating remote viewing. A guy called Ingo Swan trained them during the 1980s Cold War situation between the USSR and USSR. Are you talking about, yeah, I think I read that earlier, about the men who stare at goats. I remember I was talking about that. Could be a different one now. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if like UCLA. Okay. Yeah, I brought that up earlier about that. That's what I remember. Definitely interesting to cover it up. They made a joke about it to cover it up. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, that's the thing. Who wants to know? That's why I'm surprised some of these dates, and of course this will be. Well, actually, here I'll put it in the chat now. the link to this, but all the links will be down in the description, should be down in the description, to this. There we go. I'm surprised a lot of these ended further into, you know, like the 2000s and that, because I thought they were all done like back in the 80s, and you know what I mean? To hear some of them are still running, okay, to know that some of them are still going or at least stopped, like long after I thought they had stopped. Yes, Patrick, U.S. Remote viewing is a big thing with the U.S., Russia, and China. Yeah, China is definitely, even now, is getting more and more into stuff like that, I found. Cornell University is number 8, 2002 to 2010. In 2010, Cornell University's Daryl Bem concluded a rigorous 8-year study on the subject of precognition, which involved 1,000 Cornell undergrads over 9 experimental runs and resulted in unprecedented, almost positive results. My mouth was just not going to say that. Through a unique backwards approach to psychological phenomenon. Bem's experiment affirms that the likelihood of retroactive PSI effects, or in this case, the ability of persons psychological to predict an upcoming event, regardless of the individual's conscious awareness of its impeding occurrence. As that wasn't wild and exciting enough, Bem's findings seems to be reaffirming theories within quantum physics. In total, an overwhelming 8 of Bem's 9 experiments confirmed his hypothesis that psi is a real phenomenon. And according to Bem, the odds of getting such a combined result due to the chance or statistical flukes are 1 in 74 billion. I mean, what if it is U.S. is a big thing with the psych community? Well, Freaky, I mean, we're all supposed to be projected here onto Earth. Thank you for the ice creams, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
So, you know. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. God forbid I don't include him. No.
I was not trying to correct you.
Thank you, Nicole, for the ice cream. But, yeah, I mean, it's crazy that, to me, I don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, back in the day it was so hush-hush and so covered up and everything. It's wild to me that it's wild that this stuff is still going on in some instances. You're the best. Thank you, Nicole. You rock. It really does, because it was so hush-hush that you didn't talk about it. But that's what happens. That's what I'm saying. Even with, like, when it comes to UFOs and everything like that, it's so hush-hush that still people are scared to talk about it today. Paranormal, still, I mean, there's still some people that are nervous about talking about paranormal and seeing spirits and that. Aliens is still, and UFOs is still, the stigma with it. It's crazy to me. That's why I always, you know, my chats are always protected, and you know, nobody's going to make fun of you here. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about when it comes to what, you know, we're talking about, and never be afraid of judgment, because that's not what this channel's about at all.
Never has been.
Never has been, never will. Guys, do you believe that September we're coming up on 3 years? Holy shit. I just checked that the other day and I was like, oh my god. Active says, well, the crazy thing is you can reverse engineer the program by using the same sci-tech. No more secrets. True. Very true. But it blows my mind. It blows... Thank you for the diamond, Patrick. You're the best.
Thank you, Patrick. Timus Fugit? What? Oh, Templar.
Seems longer? Thanks, Freaky Geek. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm sure you meant it as a compliment.
The Akashic Records. And that's what happened in my astral travel, actually. That's what I was going to look for. It was back in the day where I was really studying my witchcraft, and when I astral traveled, that's what I was astral traveling to. I wanted to see the Akashic Records.
Nubs!
Hey, Nubs! And when I astral traveled up there, it was almost like my near-death experience. When I got up there, I astral traveled up above the world. Colors were more vibrant than ever. Now, mind you, I've only had the experiences one time. I had one near-death experience, one astral travel experience, and one OBE experience. And that I know of. But the astral travel, when I did it, I was going for the Akashic Records. I wanted to see the Akashic Records. And when I went up, I was out of the world. I was up in space. And that's when I saw the Akashic Records. There was a book on a pedestal in a bubble. I remember that. But at that point in time, when I left my body, hey, beep, beep.
Hey, beep.
When I left my body, I was
good.
all-knowing. I was all-knowing. I didn't need to look at the Akashic Records, and I never did because I already knew it all. And then when I came down, I lost it all again. They never let me.
Nubs, you ain't late. You're right on time.
That's right. You're right on time, Nubs. So, yeah, I mean, but that's when I found out about Pleiadians, too. But I didn't know what until 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago we lived in the camper?
Yeah.
2 years ago, I didn't know I knew what Pleiadians were, but I didn't know what they looked like. And that's when I met them, but I didn't know who they were. I don't remember talking to them. I don't remember being afraid of them or anything like that, but 2 years, or not 2 years, many years later, 2 years ago, is when I actually saw a picture of Pleiadians and going on the internet and going, how did they know what I saw in my astral travel? It really freaked me out. Let's see, what's he gonna say? Going back to UFOs, I can only really see two reasons they come here. Were some kind of biology experiment. They are waiting for the population levels to reach a certain point, then harvest. Well, the thing with it is, Andy, at least from what I believe, we're a lot slower than we should be. We are a lot more...
we're so far behind.
Yeah, we're behind. Our consciousness is way behind. I'm really... Patrick, apparently we're buffering a lot on DLive. How's YouTube and Facebook and all that? Is that okay?
YouTube chat's lagging like crazy.
Trevo, how's that doing? Am I buffering over there? Trovo, whatever, however you say it. But yeah, I mean, I do believe in a way that we were hidden until 2012 from, hey, beep beep, from, it's buffering time. We're hidden from the rest of the galaxy. No buffering on YouTube? Okay, good.
Well, it might not be bubbling on YouTube, but the chat's lagging like hell.
Yeah. So that's why we weren't getting visited as frequent. Now aliens, I believe, are just waking up and saying, hey, oh, there's a planet over there. But that's just my take. D-Live not buffering here.
What?
Where are you looking?
Scoops.
Hungry? Oh, she said she's hungry.
I was trying to look at my screen that's further away, so I couldn't see it.
Right. Much better now? Okay, good. So number 9, University of Edinburgh, 1985 to present. A chair of parapsychology. Here we go. It's getting that time. It's 11:30. Let's Missy's mouth just quit altogether.
It's Monday.
Yeah. A chair of parapsychology was established within the Department of Psychology at the University of Edinburgh in 1985. This entity of research is the esteemed Kostler Parapsychology Union, KPU, which prides itself on its interdisciplinary approach to parapsychology. Scientific research at KPU examines such phenomenal claims as ESP and PK, as well as the nature of consciousness or consequences of belief in the paranormal itself. I might have to check into this. In 2010, KPU brought research into the 21st century when it used Twitter as a platform for conducting a mass participation research project in the area of remote viewing and ESP. I kind of remember this. I think I remember this. While the study itself did not conclusively show evidence for remote viewing per se, it was determined that Twitter was an excellent tool for future studies conducted by the unit. Okay, I definitely will. We'll definitely do a show about that.
Beats having trouble on YouTube.
Beeps having trouble on YouTube?
Yeah.
Ingo Swan. I know that name sounds familiar. Ingo Swan. I know I've either talked about that or them or...
Freaky. Oh, dang, I see a fantastic channel. Went live an hour ago, and I'm here. I'll just hide that notification for Shadows of the Moon and stay here instead.
Gotta love that, right? Gotta love that. Just getting the information. Thank you, Active. I will definitely check that out. They definitely sound familiar. Well, a lot of things aliens are interested in is our concept of soul and life after death. They have no concept of their culture. Well, see, the thing of it is never mind, I don't know. I had a statement gonna go there, but it just like completely wiped out my mind. I'm trying to think of what I was... I definitely believe the aliens know how the world works, or not the world, but the universe works. That's how they travel.
Oh my God, Freaky actually did that once. He left the channel just to go visit that channel.
I can see him doing that.
Yep.
I definitely believe that they understand it a lot more than we do. I believe that they're at a higher level of consciousness. I believe they live in a higher dimension. It could be, you know, that's true, Andy, the MIB, I'm telling you. That's true. I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I kind of got this thing in my brain saying, not right now. So, you know, what are you going to do? But I do believe that, you know, yeah, they're more advanced than we are, definitely. But because of our brains aren't there, our consciousness isn't there, our moving forward. That's okay, Patrick. I'm used to it. I live like this. But it's more or less like, I think different ones visit us for different reasons. I believe that, even though, mind you guys, I've never had an experience, although I think I've felt energies that were different than spirits around me, or my guides, or my higher self, whatever you want to call it. So I believe that I have been visited, but not sight-wise. But energy is definitely different. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I wish I could do that. Type while you're astral traveling. That would be freaking cool. I don't know if I don't even think I could do that. Sometimes I want to open my life in a new tab. Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes.
Freaky says he's so advanced he's lost.
There you go. But I mean, you know, it all stems back to what you believe, what you know. I don't think aliens are here to harm us. There might be a group of them that might be, as you know, Patrick and Ron and we've all talked about before. But it could be us coming back and looking at ourselves. How did we develop? Because we might not remember how we developed. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. All right, number 10. Goldsmith, apparently we're not going to get to the other stories today, but this has been a great freaking discussion. That's what I love, though. I mean, that's what I love, picking out these stories and having just, I mean, it's been a great freaking discussion today, and I absolutely love it. This is what I thrive for. You guys are just simply the best. Number 10, Goldsmiths University of London. Among one of the more hip experiments taking place in current paranormal research is the mobile telepathy test being carried out by the APRU. The I have a hard time saying this word. Anomalistic my lisp is like, no! Psychological Research Unit, APRU, of the Department of Psychological at Goldsmiths University of London. This mobile telepathy test seeks to explore instances of possible telepathy involving individuals receiving a phone call from someone they just had thought about. I do that. I do that all the time. I try to send out wavelengths. Say, call me, call me, call me, to see if it works. I do little tests like that all the time. Through its research and experimentation, APRU hopes to determine whether this apparent phenomenon is simply a coincidence or possibly indicate a side phenomenon such as telepathy or precognition. I don't have Zener cards, believe it or not. Out of all the cards that I have, I do not have Zener cards. I have send out cards, which are these, but I do not have Zener cards. I know what you're talking about. Believe it or not, out of all the cards.
Is that a hint?
I've never been called to buy them.
Okay.
I mean, Zener cards are the ones with the little symbols on them that I give to you, and you're supposed to send it to my head.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to see what it is.
Right, yeah. I believe they did that to me at school one time. Not just, they give you the ink blot test, the intelligent test.
Yeah.
You go to the counselor and she's like, I'm going to show you some things. What are you?
And how are they supposed to tell?
But I remember doing Zener cards back then in school.
Ink blot, it doesn't prove anything because everybody's going to see something different.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because of the fact that you live your own world. You live your own world. That would be a great test to do in your room. That's true. You could just draw it on a scrap bit of paper. Freaky Geek Shadows, what's your phone number? I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Several times while using DMT with a friend, we came back from the experience, so to speak, and turned out we both share the same experience. I've heard that, Andy. I've heard of people doing that. That's a great idea, Active. I'm going to write that down. That would be a great experiment.
To do what?
To do like a Zener experiment with people in chat.
Yeah.
See, we're always hip for doing experiments. Cards with chat. Yeah, that would be. You guys be up for that? Yeah, I swear to God, they did that to me at school. They gave me a Zener test in school. That would be awesome. Would you guys be up for that? We'll have to do that one day. Also, with an ink blot, it depends on who's standing there. We're looking at to see what they say. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm nervous, I'm not seeing nothing on that ink blot. Another set of cards for Eddie to buy Misty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't need your... Well, I mean, you will need to type, Freaky Geek, but other than that, you won't. 2 sets. Andy always need a spare one. They just love to try to make you buy cards for me.
Yeah, I know. Not very nice of them, but,
Yeah, I think it would be fun. We'll have to do that one Monday. I'm always up for experiments. So if you guys, you know the drill. If you guys think of an experiment for me and Eddie to do, and even better if it involves you guys, that's awesome. So, and I love the thing of it too is that I think I just had another thought and it just went bye-bye.
Because you got fucking Chinese on your brain.
That's what see, he's trying to bribe me now. Do you see this?
I did not try to bribe you. I just suggested that you had Chinese on your brain.
I'm telling you, Freaky Geek, he's got to go on Amazon. He's
slowly catching up to Shadows. It would take me years to catch up to her.
He's thinking about getting another deck. Hello, I'm just going to call you Taz. Is that okay? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping in.
How you doing, Taz? That didn't pop up on StreamYard.
Yeah, it did.
Restream, I mean. Oh, there it is, yeah. That's it.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Good to hear. Good to hear. We like hearing that people are doing well. Oh, I just didn't get that. Freaky Geek. Freaky Geek said, hello, Bear. Taz Bear UK.
Huh.
I didn't even see, my mind don't read like that. You're awesome, Patrick, and we appreciate you. We appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Thank you for the lemon.
Thank you very much.
I was going to say that, like, having premonitions. A lot of the times we do, but we just don't follow that instinct.
Right.
I believe, anyway. I believe that, we have that gut instinct, and we just don't listen to it. I'm number one. I'll be first one to admit that I don't listen to my intuition all the time, like a dumbass. So, also on the menu at APRU are studies in altered state of consciousness and hypnosis, as well as a series of recently concluded projects. Thank you so much for the follow, Taz.
Jesus God, I'm like, what the hell is that sound?
Did it scare you?
No, it didn't scare me, but it's like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, I had to change my notification sounds because every time I'd get a notification on DLive, I'd get a copyright claim on YouTube.
Not like you're gonna get freaking monetized anyways.
I know. Oh, I hate those movies, active Final Destination movies. I can't, because of that movie, I cannot, when somebody's driving in front of me with wood in their truck, in the back of the truck, I get so freaked out. Thank you so much for the diamond, Ron. Eddie's got to get used to all the
new sounds.
That noise startled you? Precognition, yes. Premonition and precognition, yes. There is a difference. I know my mouth it's getting to the end of the show, so the more and more you watch, the more and more you'll understand. That when it comes to the end of the show, but blah, 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 blah. Final Destination movies freak me the hell out and make me think and watch everything and get freaked out about everything. Okay, so include as well as a series of recently concluded projects, including the joint telepathy test, which aim to determine the possibilities of sensing. For instance, when individuals are looking at the same photo simultaneously. Number 11 is the University of Adelaide Anomalistic Psychic Research Unit, 2003 to present. I get oh. Really? That's pretty interesting, Taz. They said I get precognition too, and also I'm prone to seeing others' past lives. That's very interesting. Hey, Shrimp Shack.
Shrimp Shack has been here for a long time, honey.
Well, yeah, I know. Did you go outside from some exercise? No, it's cold outside. I will be going. Did that one pop up? It didn't pop up.
What?
All the stickers over on DLive are screwed up. I don't know if they're doing something or what.
Yeah, it's got to be probably a problem with DLive then if they're all having problems now.
Ron can't play his Mooner sticker. That's pretty cool, Taz. I mean, really. Patrick, too. Shut up, Andy. Andy says, Missy, perhaps Monday you should be... I don't even know that word.
Dictated?
Dictated? No. To Dr. Seuss books with easier words for you. That's so wrong. Yes, I will be wrapping up. Definitely. It's chilly out there.
Not like we're going far.
No. But I still have to be careful because there's ice everywhere.
Yes.
People don't understand when the whole state becomes a sheet of ice in the wintertime. Whole state. They don't use salt. They can't because moose will come down. So there's no salt on the roads. They use gravel, but that sucks.
Oh, a dedicated story.
Oh, a dedicated. See, good. I'm glad because I could just hear what the shit if I... I'll start reading Dr. Seuss on Mondays. Forever. And he's like, I'm out. Okay, so in 2003, I will get through this whole page, which I doubt. But anyway, in 2003, a division of dedicated research was established at the University of Adelaide in South Australia in order to further the scientific and academic study of psi phenomena. This division of the university's Department of Psychology named, God bless America, Anomalistic Psychological Research Unit, APRU, was the brainchild of respected parapsychologist Lance Storm and his colleague Dr. Michael Thalbu. One of APRU's interesting ventures into the paranormal seeks to scientifically test the hypothesis that the blind are able to compensate for deficits in sight by naturally developing sight abilities that are statistically superior to those of individuals with normal abilities in ocular vision. I agree with it. I believe that wholeheartedly, that people that have difficulty seeing make up for it. You know what I mean? I believe that whether you have a loss of sight, one of your senses. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I believe you make up for it. I mean, look at the boy that's blind and that clicks.
Yeah, and he can see
sonar. I mean,
he sees the image of it, the outline of it.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking amazing to me. I wish I could do that. Or or there's also what's it called? Synthesia? No, I think that's
not photosynthesis. No.
Yeah, I know. There's something where people see colors in words, like the number 4 might be to some people. I mean, things like that, and that's just one thing that that's why I believe we all live in our own world, whatever we believe. I mean, that probably didn't make any sense. Definitely more coffee, Missy. But I know that gnome. I love that gnome too. Yeah, that word. What Active wrote. That word. Thank you. I couldn't remember it. Yeah, the senses join together. Synthesia. I'm not even gonna. Synthesia.
There it is in chat, guys. Just,
Yeah. Not even gonna try. But, I mean, my grandmother was blind and knew who was coming up to the door of the house by the sound. She was always right. I used to do that. Why my kids, ask Ryan, Danielle, when they come in here, I used to know when they were coming down I used to freak Ryan out. I always had him believing that I had eyes in the back of my head, like parents do, right? We all have eyes in the back of our head. And he used to sit there and he'd come down the stairs and I'd be like, hi, Ryan. And my back was facing the stairwell. And he'd be like, how do you know it's me? I'm like, because I have eyes in the back of my head. It was all about that. I knew the sound of who made what footsteps coming down. Like my oldest daughter, she had a heavy foot. So I could tell when she was coming down. Or when Ryan always walked on his tiptoes. I knew he was coming down the stairs. So it was, it was little things like that. But I'm like, because I have eyes in the back of my head. So many times that I had to lift up my hair, and he's like, well, I can't see them. And I'm like, well, they're closed right now. I don't need them. It's the little, the lovely little things we lie to our children about. But, All right, let's get through this. I got 10 minutes. Number 12 is Lund University. The ever-progressive Lund University of Sweden is currently involved in a long-term research project investigating states of consciousness and parapsychology. The program aims to find a correlation between hypnic suggestibility and incidence of psi phenomenon during experiments. This inquiry follows previous experience which found that highly suggestible individuals are found to experience a high rate of anomalous experiences such as telepathy and clairvoyance. See, I believe that's what happens in what happens when you go paranormal investigating, because of the fact of the group that you're around. If you're around a certain group that's fearful of a place that you're going to, you're going to feel fearful and more demonic or nasty spirits are going to come through. Does that make sense? I believe if you're in a place where, that just happened, and you're around people like that are laid back and like not fearful of things and stuff like that, you might not have any activity. And our 12 bingo. You got bingo, what? We're playing bingo and I'm not missing out? I love playing bingo. 13. Your tech, I totally got that wrong, but university, it's okay, they're out of commission now. 1953 and 2008. The Netherlands, what?
Smell like something burning.
No,
All right.
it's not the heater, is it?
No, it doesn't smell like it.
The law of attraction. Right, in reverse mode. Exactly. Exactly. You got it. Active. It's awesome that you came on this channel because you got it. The Netherlands is definitely known for its. You fit right in here. You fit right in here. To produce open-minded thinkers. In 1953, Utrecht University in the Netherlands definitely lived up to this reputation that it's getting that time, guys. When it was host to the first international conference of parapsychology, the first ever conference of its kind, from July 30th to August 5th. The event, considered to be one of the most critical moments in the history of modern scientific parapsychology, brought together 78 scientists and parapsychologists from 13 countries who lectured and held an exciting roundtable discussion. I would have loved to have been there.
Who's Taz talking about? The man on live stream, you have a smoking spirit behind you.
It'd be you. You're the only man on the panel.
He doesn't say panel.
Well, I mean, you're on my panel, the man on live stream.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be me.
That would be Eddie.
And I'm now
Or
I'm kind of
chaos.
curious because all of a sudden it smelled like burning wires.
Right.
And I mean, it just poof right there. It's gone now. I don't smell it anymore.
In 2008, the follow-up Utrecht 2 conference was held, where lectures were once again offered by a who's who of the field on subjects such as reality of psi phenomenon, ESP and dreams, field investigations of hauntings and poltergeist activity, self-organized reality, clinical parapsychology, and even psychics as an applied field. And the honorable mention goes to University of Amsterdam, Anomalous Cognition Section, 1990s to present. During the 90s, the University of Amsterdam took on an interesting project in order to hone in on its students and facilities' empirical research skills. It created the Anomalous Cognition Section, which, in addition to making rockstar researchers out of its pupils, sought to explore the possibility of anomalous cognitive effects, which is simply parapsychology speak for telepathy, clairvoyance, and precognition. The section was created under the oversight of the university's psychological department, whereas in the early 1982 and 86, student-run experiments had been conducted under University-Sanctioned in order to study the possible existence of psi phenomenon. Very interesting, very cool. At least in my eyes.
Well, Active and Bear both saying that one, Active says the smell of that could be the presence of a spirit. And Bear is saying, they think he's just saying hi to you.
Or a sign of his awakening. Yeah, Eddie's becoming more and more awakened lately.
Yeah,
Definitely.
starting to, yeah.
But we are, I like to let him awaken on his own. I don't, when it comes to anybody, really, I let them do it on their own. It's a popular Dutch street food, Freaky. Amsterdam.
Because you went to say Amsterdam, but it sounded like you said Hamsterdam.
I know. See, that's what happens when I'm speaking and it's getting this time. My vocalness like slows down. We are going to do that. I don't know when we're going to start, but we're going to meditate before. If you're new to the channel, what we did before, we did a story on a guy that used magnets to open up his third eye. And we did the experiments. It was 30 minutes for 30 days. We did it live every day, just about on screen. And but now we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to meditate opening up our third eye before we put the magnets on and still do the experiment. So if you come in and you see a headband on us with the magnets, I gotta find the magnets again.
You have no idea what to do with them.
I know. They're around here somewhere. But I gotta find them. And that's what it's about. Yeah, it's very cool, Active. Said that's wonderful. He can experience growth and development with his partner. Well, no, because I think that would be pretty boring, Freaky Geek, if we came on here and started meditating.
Right, for a half hour while the show's running and we're not talking to you.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty boring. And talk about being self-conscious. Yeah, I just don't see that. We have, and I scared the shit out of Eddie doing that.
What's that?
The Estes method.
Oh, hell.
He was out in the living room, and he had the speaker, he had the ghost box and the spirit box, and I was in here with these guys asking questions and stuff like that. And when it was done, remember, Patrick?
I was blindfolded and my ears are covered and... Yeah.
I went out to stop it and scared the shit out of him.
Crazy bitch grabbed my fucking leg.
Freaky, you were in here that night, weren't you? When he was out in the living room, he was blindfolded and had the headphones over his ears, and he was on the spirit box, and I was in here with the chat asking questions. That's the Estes method. Yeah, we did that months ago, way long a time ago.
Oh, what the fart?
I know, what the fart?
What did we do?
The Estes method.
Oh, yeah,
that was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It was right after we watched Hellier.
Yeah. Here, let me grab your leg when you know I'm not coming.
It was fun. We haven't done the Godsfield experiment. I don't have a red light. The Godsfield experiment freaks me out a bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not scared of much, but that kind of freaks me out a little bit. But, yeah. All right, guys. It's about that time. Yeah, Patrick. That was funny. I knew it, too. I had said it on here. I said, watch, I'm going to scare the shit out of him. I know I am. And not meaning to. Not meaning to.
Yep, but she got me.
That was, I did. Not gonna lie.
Freaky. Shadow, you and I would make a great pair. You're not scared of much, and I'm scared of just about everything.
But that's what you're here here. That's why you're here. To make it more nice. But see, that's the thing, Taz, is I had to buy these little tiny magnets. I wish they were here. Because they won't ship magnets up here in Alaska. Let me tell you, you know what I tried buying? I wanted to get the heavy duty fucking, what are they called?
The fishing magnets?
Yeah, the fishing magnets.
Yeah, could you see us wearing 10-pound fucking magnets on our heads?
I wanted to get the fishing magnets, but they won't send them up here. It's very hard to, yeah, right? It's very hard to get anything shipped up here when it comes to stuff like that. But I tried. Alright guys, you know what time it is. Get over to D-Live and hype up that chat. I put 200 lemons in the chest. I thank you all for being here. I really do. You guys are awesome. Thank you for such a great conversation today. I had so much fun. They're afraid that you'll ship the North Pole quicker than it already is. Probably.
All right. This is Rice FM. Hugs to the ladies. This one's to the guys. Stay safe. Stay strong. We'll get through this. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you guys for such an awesome show today. I appreciate it. You guys mean the world to me. Nubs, you should make a D-Live.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather. Excuse me. Thank you guys, each and every one of you, for being here. I'm clicking the chest now. So, if it hasn't popped up, you got 20 seconds. If it hasn't popped up, click on the chest itself, and it should pop up for you. And get the lemons. Take care, everyone. Be safe. And remember, find something today that makes you smile with your eyes. We love you guys. Let's see who got the lemons. I thank you. That's been a great talk. I feel like it's been a really great talk. Take care, Active. Thanks so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Patrick got 73.6 lemons. Nicole got 42.7. Heather got 31.1. Freaky Geek got 24.9. Ron got 21.0. Thank you guys. That's awesome. You guys got some lemons. I don't know if anybody else got any lemons in D-Live or not. But take care. Be safe, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Is Tarot Tuesday, coffee and cards. So come get your tarot card read.
Thanks, Taz.
Oh, thank you so much for the ice cream. Freaky Geek.
Well, no, I was thanking Taz because Taz says I'm coming back to your channel.
Thank you, Taz. I appreciate that. Thank you for the ice cream as well.
Now, we'll see you tomorrow, Nubs.
All right. Definitely see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Love you guys. Mwah.